Today's video, we're going to talk about shrubs that have beautiful foliage color. Some of them even will have the added bonus of a flower. Hi, I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings, and here we have the Abelia Trace Amigos. This is a beautiful foliage shrub, hardy in zones 6 to 9. It gets about 2 to 3 foot tall and about 3 to 5 foot wide. Let's go in and take a closer look. Trace Amigos Abelia likes to be grown in a full sun to part shade location. It has beautiful fragrant white flowers on it, a nice compact mounding sprawling type habit. It's great for borders, uses in containers, or even if you're looking to use it as a low hedge or a foundation plant. I just love how the foliage just adds so much interest even when it's not in flower. It likes to be grown in moist, well-drained locations. If you feel like you need to do any pruning on this plant, we recommend pruning it in late winter or early spring. Beautiful foliage, beautiful white flowers when it starts to bloom. The Trace Amigos Abelia. Here we have Fizzy Mizzy Itea or Sweet Spire. This shrub is hardy in zones 5 to 9 and gets 2 to 3 foot tall and wide. So a nice compact blooming shrub that has gorgeous fall foliage. Let's go in and take a closer look. Fizzy Mizzy can be grown in full sun to full shade locations, so it's really one of those plants that is super versatile no matter where you have a spot in your garden. It's a native plant with fragrant flowers. In the fall, it gets beautiful kind of orangey reddish foliage, so beautiful spring blooms and gorgeous vibrant fall foliage. The size of the plant is perfect for borders, foundations, or even if you're somebody that has a rain garden, this plant would do great in a rain garden as well because it likes to grow in moist to damp soils. If you're needing to prune your plant, we recommend pruning after it is done flowering. So if you're looking for a versatile shrub for shade to sun gardens that has spring interest as well as fall foliage interest, Fizzy Mizzy. Here we have Illuminati Sparks. This is a mock orange and this plant has gorgeous foliage on it. And as you can see, beautiful spring blooms. Let's go in and take a closer look. Illuminati Sparks be grown in zones 4 to 7. It gets about 3 to 4 foot tall and wide. You can see it's got these beautiful clusters of white flowers, just a light little fragrance to them. It likes to be grown in full sun to part shade locations, and it's got that beautiful splotchy looking foliage. One thing I will tell you though is in the heat of the summer, you may notice that splotching seems to diminish, but it will be back again once the weather cools off. This plant is adaptable to most well-drained locations. If you feel like you need to do any trimming on it, this is another one we recommend trimming after it is done flowering. It's a great specimen for containers, borders, or hedges. If you're looking to add a lot of big blooming fragrant spring blooms, Illuminati Sparks mock orange. Look at this vibrant foliage here of this smoke bush. This is Winecraft Gold, hardy in zones 5 to 8, and it gets about 4 to 6 foot tall and about 4 foot wide. Let's go in and take a closer look at this gorgeous foliage. Winecraft Gold can be grown in sun to part shade locations. It's got vibrant, colorful golden foliage, easy to grow, and really pretty, kind of a reddish orange fall color. So not only do you have this vibrant gold during the summer, it transforms in the fall to just even more beautiful coloration. This is adaptable to most soil areas. It's a nice specimen, or you can use it as a hedge. Could you imagine just a beautiful hedge of gold going on? And then in the summer, it gets little puffs of white, smoky looking flowers. Winecraft Gold, a gorgeous foliage plant. I was gonna skip over this shrub because I just talked about a smoke bush, but I thought, you know, it wouldn't be fair. So this we have here is the Winecraft Black, deep burgundy black foliage, and I want to show you this next to that Winecraft Gold because that's really the reason I wanted to show you them both. So let's go ahead and pair them together. So could you imagine creating a hedge with Winecraft Gold and Winecraft Black, just alternating those back and forth throughout the garden? What a vibrant pop of color that would create. Winecraft Black also gets about 4 to 6 foot tall, so they have similar heights, so you're not going to really have that up-down look. You could just have this gorgeous hedge of bicolored foliage. Kodiak Fresh is another great foliage plant. Check out all that beautiful coloration going on. From that coppery orange color to the bright chartreuse, a little bit of green. This plant is hardy in zones 4 to 8 and gets about 2 to 3 foot tall. Let's go in and take a closer look at it. So I'm going to actually make a correction. This is hardy in zones 3 to 8. So we just got, for you cold people, a plant that can go down to the colder climates. Kodiak Fresh likes to be grown in a full sun location, and this is a beautiful native plant, non-invasive and adaptable just about to any area. It's got this beautiful foliage right now. You can see all that new growth has that coppery color, and then in the sunshine it really turns a nice, almost a chartreuse green color. 2 to 3 foot tall, 2 to 3 foot wide, so very compact. It's great for naturalizing, planting in mass. If you have a rain garden, this is a plant that can handle more moist areas. Also, if you're somebody that has a deer issue, this plant is deer resistant as well. So if you're just looking to add a beautiful splash of color into your full sun to full shade gardens, something that's native and deer resistant, Diervilla Kodiak Fresh. And the last one on our list is the Elderberry Laced Up. This plant is hardy in zones 5 to 7 and it gets about 6 to 10 foot tall. Let's go in and take a closer look at the beautiful foliage and flowers of this plant. Laced up elderberry likes to be grown in full sun to part shade locations. It's got this beautiful deep dark near black foliage, heavily serrated, and the thing I think that's really fun with this plant is the habit of it is just so funky fun, nice and tall, narrow, and very whimsical. You can see it gets beautiful white flowers, kind of edged in a little bit of a berry red edging, and this does produce berries in the fall. Prefers moist soils, but it can adapt once it's established to more dry locations. If you feel you do need to trim your elderberry, we recommend trimming it after it is done flowering. Plant this as a specimen, as a hedge, or just a fun plant to add into your whimsical garden. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments below on any of the plants we talked about today, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you're new to our station, we invite you to subscribe so that you can be notified of all of the videos that we put up, teaching you about new and interesting plants, as well as tours through our garden and other featured and fun things going on here at Garden Crossings. Thanks for watching. I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings.